Ooh, yeah. What is it good for?
Higher gas prices, more expensive flights, and uncertainty across financial markets. And while these are the effects that most Americans are dealing with regarding the war with Iran,
10 weeks into the war with Iran, and Americans are feeling the effects at the pump more than ever. Oil prices have soared, reaching near 4-year highs.
Iran has been feeling something quite different. It's called economic suffocation.
Many small businesses have been affected, and independent workers are also struggling to stay afloat.
And this is where the conversation gets a little bit more complicated, because according to multiple reports, Iranian small businesses are being devastated. Not just large industries, small businesses, the kind of businesses that keeps everyday life functioning. All right, we're talking about shoemakers, music teachers / instrument builders, tech firms, and local service businesses. Many are reportedly hanging on by a thread, and others have collapsed altogether.
This shoe workshop in downtown Tehran once employed about 10 people, but business has been slow since the war began in February. And now all these seats are empty. Khashayar, whose father founded this workshop in 1970, says he had to lay off nearly all his workers.
Now, the Ayatollah has reportedly urged companies to avoid layoffs, but that's easier said than done, because when revenue dries up, businesses don't have many options, especially during prolonged instability.
It's not just brick and mortar businesses taking a hit. As internet disruptions continue, Iran's digital economy is also under pressure. WebZ is a website builder company among those affected, cutting costs to remain viable.
The number of sales invoices we issued decreased by 50% compared to the same period last year. We have continued our business by reducing some expenses, such as eliminating additional servers to avoid layoffs.
Now, this is where economic pressure becomes part of the strategy, because modern conflict isn't just about battlefield victories anymore. It's also about weakening economic capability, disrupting internal stability, and increasing pressure on governments through financial strain. That pressure eventually reaches workers, families, and small business owners. So now the question becomes, is this pressure part of the actual objective? Because publicly, the message has been very simple. It's been, Iran can't have a nuclear weapon.
I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon.
Full stop. That's been the headline. But strategic goals are often broader than the slogan. Economic pressure can serve multiple purposes. It can weaken public confidence internally, reduce the government's ability to fund operations, increase dissatisfaction, and potentially force political consequences over time. So in other words, the pressure itself may be part of the policy.
The US and Israel airstrikes have damaged more than 23,000 commercial properties. According to early estimates, up to 2 million people have been pushed out of their jobs by layoffs, closures, or lack of work.
And if that's true, then this conflict isn't just military, it's economic. And economic pressure campaigns don't just target governments, they affect entire populations. Now, whether someone agrees with that strategy or not, that's a separate conversation.
Decades of international sanctions and domestic challenges have weighed heavily on Iran's economy. Unemployment has been a persistent problem, but 2 wars in less than a year have left people with fewer options for work while prices rise.
But it's important to understand what mechanism is actually at play here, because when you hear phrases like sanctions, instability, market pressure, or economic isolation, those aren't abstract concepts. They translate directly into layoffs, business closures, inflation, and shrinking opportunities. And this is where the situation gets a little bit difficult to evaluate. Because if the goal extends beyond Iran can't have a nuclear weapon,
I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon.
then what exactly is the end state? Regime pressure, economic exhaustion, behavior change, or internal instability? Because strategy success depends on defining what the objective is clearly. And now a lot of people understand the military action, but not necessarily the broader economic strategy around it. So meanwhile, the costs continue to build on both sides.
The national gas average now around $4.43 nationwide, according to Gas Buddy. Prices up $1.30 compared to last year's average.
Americans seem to be convinced that prices aren't going to drop. We're not seeing demand destruction. If anything, we're seeing people probably fill up their tanks because they're pretty confident that the next load is going to be more expensive than the one they're getting now.
Energy prices, market uncertainty, and inflation pressure, while Iranian citizens feel it through layoffs, collapsing businesses, and economic instability. So the real question isn't just, can pressure work? The real question is, what is the outcome this pressure is actually designed to produce? Because without understanding the objective, it becomes difficult to measure the success. If you want more breakdowns like this one, where we look past the headlines and focus on the economic and strategic realities underneath, then stick with me here at the Independent Mail. Because conflict isn't just fought with weapons. Sometimes it's fought through economics. Till next time, peace and stay informed.